and I've worked in the clinic system longer than the CRO has been here, so I can remember what it was like to try to do this work before there was a CRO, and how much the CRO has changed and improved everything about our work. I had a client that is in subsidized housing and social housing. Now, she retroactively became entitled to CPP disability pension for about a 4 or 5 year period, and with that different kind of income, there's a different calculation of her rent. Even though her income is the same, it's now made up of CPP and social assistance instead of just social assistance. It didn't go up, but it changed in its nature. And as a result, she had an overpayment imposed on her for her rent of about $8,000, which is pretty horrific for somebody in that kind of a situation, somebody living in poverty, and relying heavily on social housing as a way to get by. The social housing legislation has just changed. It's now the Housing Services Act instead of the SHARE, which has now been abolished. So I wasn't completely familiar with how to deal with it under the new legislation. I called the CRO as an intake and asked for assistance. Immediately got the intake lawyer, who advised me about how to file an internal review, which I only had 15 days to do, and of course the client doesn't come in on the first day, tends to come in later, so I didn't have much time. Told me exactly what to do, and I did that. And then I requested a research memo, which was produced within a short time after that. And when I took the research memo, read it, I said, well, that's great. Everything was laid out, the new legislation and how it dealt with this particular situation, and the argument. And I submitted that, and almost immediately, within a few days, they contacted me and they said, yep, we reviewed it, we reviewed your arguments, and without even having to have a hearing, they wiped out that overpayment. So that client is $8,000 better off because of the CRO, and I don't know how I would have done it without the CRO, because it would have taken me a very long time to sort all of that out, and it probably wouldn't have been in time for the hearing. So thank you, CRO. Job well done.